I'm back, and what I'm doing here today is I'm changing the front struts on this 2006 Mazda 5. Okay, so what I've got is I got the vehicle blocked up, got the wheels off, so the vehicle is secure. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to disconnect this ABS sensor right here, the wheel sensor, the connector. So you just pinch it, pull this out, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck it up out of the way here so it doesn't interfere and I don't damage it. Okay, that's up out of the way. I just got to pull this clip out here that holds the brake line into this bracket. Okay, gonna move that out of there. Okay, there's a link from your anti-sway bar. Okay, it comes up here, attaches here. It's a 17mm nut, and it's a 6mm Allen head holding it on the inside there. So you got to put your box end of your wrench over here and hold it with the Allen wrench and turn that nut off. And that'll release the anti-sway bar link, okay? So that comes out, 3 bolts on the top. And then there's one bolt, this bolt right here, 17mm head on it. And that goes through. You can see it protruding out here on this side, you see it right there. And that basically, this is a split knuckle. And the strut just sits down in there about 1.5 inches. Okay, so you gotta take that bolt all the way out. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm soaking everything down so it all comes out easy. Okay, we're gonna get this off of here. So it's a 17mm nut and a 6mm Allen wrench in the center of that. There. You see that? I got the Allen wrench jammed. That's holding the stud from turning. And the nut's coming off of it. See that? Okay, that came off. That little bracket comes out with it. Okay. Set that over here. Okay. That little arm just comes out. Just set that aside. Right there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the retaining clip off this brake hose right here. Okay. That's just a little U-shaped clip. Just bring that out. And we're going to set that aside. And then the brake hose will pull it down, and then bring it out of there, like that. Okay, just sit it aside. Okay, so I'm just putting a pipe on my ratchet here. A bit of a cheater on there. See it starting to turn? 1 second. There it is, it's out. Okay, everything's loose. Get that bolt out of there. Try to knock this down. See it starting to come out of there? It's almost out. Almost out. Oh, I almost got it. Don't unbolt the top of the strut before you knock this out. I'm just going to move the brake reservoir off to one side so I can get at the 3 bolts that hold the top of the strut in place. There it is. Okay, just pulled it out of there. Okay. And there it is. There it is. Okay. I'm going to clean up this hole in the knuckle. I'm going to put some grease on it. And we're going to put the new strut in. Okay, so here's the old one and the new one side by side, and they are identical. Okay, I got the new strut here. I got the hole prepped and greased. All right, just gonna put it in place. There. What you got to do when you put it in, you got to make sure this piece here, see that? You got to make sure that this piece here goes down in the slot in the knuckle. So you got to turn it so that it lines up. So what I got is a jack, a floor jack here, and I'm going to jack under the lower control arm to push the knuckle up onto the shock. That's starting to go in. Okay, it's down far enough I can get the bolt in. Okay, with this bolt torqued down to 50 foot-pounds, I've got my brake hose to put in. So I'll put the hose in there and then bring it up through. A little clip like that. Put it in the slot. And give it a little tap. The right tool for the right job, right? Okay, so that's locked in there. Sorry about the lighting. Okay, over here, we've got that strut link. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the nut off it. I just set it there so I wouldn't lose it. Okay, so now I'm gonna lower the jack I had under there so that hole lines up. Right about there. Okay. Bring that through. Okay, so the stud's through there. Put a bracket on there like that. And the nut. Like so. And wrench over it. Allen wrench in to hold the stud from turning. That's just a stud on this side with a ball on the other side. It's like a little ball and socket. So there's no real ways to hold it on the back. That's why you have to hold it on the front with that Allen wrench. I mean, if you weren't holding it here, the whole thing would just spin in the socket. Nice and snug. Okay. Wheel speed sensor. Our ABS wheel speed sensor is next. Pick it out of here where I had it tucked out of the way. That little groove goes right in there, like that. Okay. And then take the other end of it, tab side up, like that, and plug it on there. Good. Okay, that's good. The brake line is good. The bolt is tight. Okay, what we have to do, we have to go up top, and we're going to put our bolts in here. Okay, so the strut mount on the driver's side, you know, there's a bracket here for your brake fluid reservoir. You can take that off, those two bolts, but still it's a tough spot to get to because you're underneath this the frame. Okay, so this one here you can get at with a socket. This one here you can get at with a socket and an extension on it. And that one back there, I couldn't get a socket on it, so I just did it by hand. It takes a little time, but you can get it out and in with just a wrench. Now, if you had one of those wrenches that has a ratcheting function in here, all the better. I didn't happen to have one, but it took about maybe 10 minutes to put it in. Put the brake reservoir back on these studs. Okay, so, and it's the identical procedure on the other side. I got this one in, all bolted up, ready to go, ready to put the wheel on. Let's give this a try. Okay, I got that set for 90 foot-pounds. Looking good. I'll check those in a couple of days. Okay, so here's the old ones. That's the one from the driver's side, which would be the left-hand side of the vehicle, and it's a Moog ST8614L. And here's the old one from the passenger side, and it's a Moog ST8614R. And like I say, if a fellow was really ambitious, what he could do is get a spring compressor and hold the spring down and change just the shock inside of that, and paint these up and have them as spares and reuse them. Most people don't. Most people chuck the whole thing out, but it's certainly one of the options. So a lot of times people will just change the shock because, I mean, you know, the rest of this usually stays pretty good. And, you know, the spring's good for almost indefinitely. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. You get to see all the stuff I get up to. Carpentry, mechanical stuff, all sorts of stuff in and out of the house. And if you're a returning subscriber and a follower, I thank you for being here. I really appreciate your thumbs up and your encouragement, and especially the comments. I sort of live for getting up in the morning and reading the comments I get on my YouTube channel. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.